It's crazy to think about, but we've now reached the end of 2022. And with the new year comes new movies. And so I'm going to explain to you every single DC movie coming out in 2023. As of right now, we have 4 live action movies with confirmed release dates and 4 animated movies with only one having a confirmed release date. So with the trivialities now out of the way, let's get right into it. To keep it simple, I'm going to be listing off each movie in chronological order. So let's start with the first release of the year, Legion of Superheroes, releasing on the 7th of February 2023. Now, this is not going to take place in the same universe as the whole Justice League vs. Fatal 5 film did. It's going to actually take place in DC's Tomorrowverse, which includes movies like Superman Man of Tomorrow and the recent Green Lantern Beware My Power. I don't know much about the plot, but of course, if you know about the Legion of Superheroes, they're basically the Justice League in the far, far future, featuring characters like Brainiac 5, Bouncing Boy, and Saturn Girl. Next up, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which regardless of all the things happening with James Gunn, is still coming out on the 17th of March 2023. It's going to take place a few years after the first one, after the Shazam League have all gotten used to their powers, and they're going to be taking on the Daughters of Atlas. I love the first one, so I can't wait to see the second. After that, we have Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham, which doesn't have a release date, but we do know is coming out in the spring of 2023, so anywhere between March to May. Personally, I think it will come out around April to have space between Shazam and the next movie. Now, it's going to be based off the comic story of the same name, which I haven't read because I'm not really a big comic person, but it's Batman, so I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Next up, we have yet another animated movie without a release date, Justice League X RWBY, Superheroes and Huntsman Part 1. I know, what a title. We do know that it's going to come out in the second quarter of 2023, so between April and June. And as I assume Batman Doom That Came Gotham would come out in April, I'm going to predict that this one will probably come out in May, a month before the next live action movie, which will be The Flash, coming out on the 23rd of June 2023. Yes, this movie is still happening, regardless of everything that's happened with Ezra Miller, because DC they don't want to lose out on their $20 million investment after already losing $90 million cancelling the Batgirl film. I know for a fact that they're going to use this movie to somehow reset the DCEU into James Gunn's new rebooted universe, and it's sad because this movie was also going to feature the return of Michael Keaton's Batman, and now that plot's going to go nowhere, but oh well, it's about time DC got a fresh start. We now move on to the final origin story that will come out of the DCEU, Blue Beetle, coming out on the 18th of August 2023. It's a movie in production which managed to survive all the cancellations as the main actor posted a poster back in early December, with James Gunn himself leaving a clapping emoji in support. I am so excited for this film because I've always been a huge fan of Jaime Reyes, the third Blue Beetle. He's like if Peter Parker actually got bitten by an iron spider, or in this case a scarab. Finally, we have the last live action movie of the year coming out on Christmas Day, which is Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom, and as of now has not been cancelled by James Gunn, but I know it's been pushed back quite a bit, but that's because James Wan has been taking the time to make sure all the visual effects are more stunning than the first one. No matter how long it takes, I trust in James Wan after the visual spectacle he delivered with the first Aquaman, so let's remain hopeful that he'll finally finish everything by December 2023. And finally, we have Justice League Warworld, the last animated movie which doesn't actually have a confirmed release date other than the fact that it's coming out in 2023. But my prediction is that it'll come out in October to fill the gap between Aquaman and Blue Beetle. This is going to be yet another film in the Tomorrowverse, like the Legion of Superheroes, and it's one that I absolutely can't wait to see, as I love the Warworld concept, and seeing the Justice League take it on like the team did in Young Justice is going to be such a treat. And that is every upcoming DC movie, both live action and animated. Personally, I'm most looking forward to the Aquaman 2 and Justice League Warworld film. Blue Beetle as well, but I don't have any expectations right now until we see a trailer. Let me know which of these movies you guys are most excited for, and if you think James Gunn's gonna meddle with these anymore. So once again, I appreciate you man taking your time to watch this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and bless.